So methods of teaching and evaluation. So I'll be taking, this is from Thane School of Yoga, and my cousin Mr. Shivaprakash Nair has prepared this. Okay. Questions can be asked on the practical aspect in the examination also. What are the various methods of teaching? What is the relation between guru and shishya? Whether it is like a commercial class or not. So many questions can be asked. Okay. Or you can prepare a lesson plan also. What is the lesson plan? What are the type of students are sitting before you? Okay. Some are with ailments, some are without ailments, some are healthy. So how are you going to take the class? So many questions can be contrast. Okay. Now, teaching methods with special reference to yoga, factors influencing yoga teaching, needs of teaching practices and use in yogic practices, teaching aids, meaning and need, role of language, voice, fluency, clarity and body, methods of teaching yoga to an individual, small group and large group, use of audio-visual aids, ICT, multimedia and online resources. Lecture cum demonstration in yoga, its meaning and importance and method of its presentation. Lesson plan, its meaning and need. So I'll be taking up to this topic. Okay. Teaching method special reference to yoga. Now this is the first topic. The Guru Shishya Parampara Upanishads sit near the devoted. What are the methods of teaching? In the olden days, observation, logic, intuition, build spontaneously, creativity, according to the need of student, amend the lesson plan, diversity, move freely from one technique to another, integrate the different techniques. Effect, build a practice to get the desired effects of Langana, that is relaxation, Brahmana, awareness, and Samana, it is balance. Okay. Now, what are the environment for teaching? What are environment of training? Okay. Clean, no pollution. Every practitioner should have 6 into 3. 6 feet into 3 feet place. Mat should be laid down in the classroom. Mat can be made of a bad conductor. Several other points like lighting, heat, social harmony, classification, based on intellect, financial sources, and etc. One thing I want to say, the mat which is modernly available is only a design where people carry this heavy, what do you call it, rubber type of this. Okay. In the summer season, you will observe that a lot of sweat gets absorbed, sweat gets stick to it, and it touches the body also when we do the practices and all. In olden days, Rishi Munis, they used to use what is known as the tiger skin. Tiger skin is the highest bad conductor of the electricity. It absorbs the maximum heat from the body. That's why the Rishi Munis used to stay with this dump, that stick, like that for hours together without that. So it's a get in the higher stage of meditation in that tiger skin mat. Okay, but better than this, I feel personally, Turkish towel is one of the best good source of the modern cloth. It should not be lungi, it should not be a sari, but it should be a Turkish towel, just as we what we use in the bathroom. Okay, this is a mat. You can use that mat, yoga mat, and you can lay the Turkish towel in it. Because to a student who is actually studying for graduation or post graduation, spending a money of even 500 to 600 rupees for the yoga mat will be a little costly. You should try to understand the economical situation of the student and see that he doesn't get financially burdened by coming to your class. So whatever the available in the house that he can bring, or he can at the most, because the Turkish towel will be always there in the house. Okay, considering that. Then it should not be AC room. The door should be open. It should be non-polluted. It should be done. The yoga should be done in the morning only. These are all the basic aspects. Why? Okay. Modern gymnasium and all, they ask for yoga is one of the addendum to the this much. It is just the exercise only. You people are aware of the difference between exercise and asana. Shashi, you are very well aware because there is no rhythmic breathing in exercise. There is haphazard breathing. There is no sthira sukhamasana. There is no prayatna shaitilyamananta samapratibhya. There is no duality, tato jindvadi. So these points are to be remembered when you emphasize this. Secondly, there are tremendous benefits of the asanas, tremendous benefit of the kriyas also, if you do, okay, which the exercise doesn't have. These are the various factors to be shown to the students who are joining new. Especially the youngsters, they are more prone to the gymnasium idea. Handling of different aspirants, Adhimadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, and Uttamadhikari. These are the different types of teachers. So handling of different aspirant, that also is also important. Now, what is the Guru Shishya Parampara? Gu means the darkness, Ru means one who disperses them. Or it is mentioned in the Advaita Upanishad. Transfer of any spiritual, powerful, or profound knowledge was done in a safe, trusted, intimate manner between the Guru and the Shishya. Okay. An ancient tradition, the Guru does not hold. The Guru does not hold on to Shishya, neither the Shishya hold on to the Guru. Both help each other to become the best. Shishya is not meant to be replica, but encouraged to become what they could become the best. This is as per the ancient tradition. Now, what are the factors? In second 10.2, factors influencing yoga teaching. Utsaha saha saudaryata tattva-jnanasya nischayat janasanga parityaga the Attovina Prasiddhya. This is mentioned in Attava Pradipika. Utsaha, passion. Sankalpa, okay. Sahas, practice. Sadhana, Yama and Nima, observing the Yama and Nima, Swadhyaya, also includes study of the scriptures or agamas. Okay. You know Ashtanga Yoga, Yama Nima Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Patanjali is very clearly said that you have to observe the strict discipline of Yama, 5 principles of Yama and 5 principles of Niyama. Then only you can enter into the asana stage. But the modern generation has seen it directly, they go into asanas, which doesn't give desired results as expected. In the older tradition years, people used to practice Yama and Niyama for years together, and then only the Guru gives them a permission to learn the scriptural knowledge and scriptural benefit of asanas. Okay, that is Attava Pradipika and what is mentioned in. Please note, no asanas are mentioned in this note, but only 3 or 4 definitions of asanas are mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Okay, whereas Attava Pradipika mention different types of asanas. Okay, this difference you should always note it down. Preservance, tapas, silent fasting and cleansing, etc. Satsanga, that is satsang. Janasanga parityaga, okay. Company of like-minded people. Teaching aids in yoga, audio, radio, tape, okay. Teaching aids, audio, radio and tape recorder. Visual, picture, PPT, maps, display board, flashcards, etc. These were in the olden days. The modern generation in 2015, 2020, 2021 has seen the importance of Zoom, where we are sitting online, where we can teach the entire world. So the PPT has become very, and even in the corporate sector, the conferences are also held in Zoom because they can save the hotel expenses or the conveyance expenses of the staff or the executives traveling from the various places of the country. Okay. Audio-visual films, slides, 3-dimensional aids. This also forms a, because the picture which is replicated in the screen and explained properly recapitulates into the memory power and gets restored rather than in the words. That's why the picture always has got its own importance. The picture remains absorbed in the memory, okay, by explaining it in part by part. For example, the anatomy of the human body. If we explain right from the head to the brain, to the leg, each and every part, the functioning of each and every system, so very clearly it can be understood rather than if it is in words. Okay. Language, common language, several simple terms, voice delivery, inflection and pattern, slow down, volume, whisper the signal, secret, mystery, trust, meditation and relaxation. Rise and fall, maintain the interest. Louder, can hear the clearly, questions, announcement, explanation. Yelling shows that the teacher has lost control of the situation. So the voice also plays an important part in the delivery of the lecture, the subject lecture which is there. Fluency. Fluency also plays an important part. Flow in expressing the ideas indicate how comfortable one is with the topic and the language. Through any pauses or hesitation indicate lack of confidence. Clarity, explain the different manner till the students understands. Teaching step by step. Ask the questions to ensure that the students understand. Explain giving examples. Teaching now 8-step method. 10.3 teaching practices yoga in 8-step method. Now what are the 8-step methods in teaching? One, name of the asanas to be taught in English, Sanskrit or local language. Preferably it is a local language only depending upon place to place. Now if you are taking in Hyderabad, definitely Abhinav will take in Telugu because of the language which is there. But if online there are many students from abroad, many students from Maharashtra or other parts of the country. So definitely you have to see the common language either Hindi or English. Okay, we cannot interpret in Telugu because, but the people who are speaking in Hyderabad in Telugu, they should also be able to understand the common language English or Hindi. Okay. Meaning of the asana, justification how the final pose will be attained, category, cultural, meditative or relaxation, complementary pose for the asana, type of asana, prone, supine, standing or shouting, count 4 or 8 count of asana. Step 2 is the step 1, name of the asana and its detail. Step 2 is demonstration, tell about the sthiti, initial posture and shitali relaxing posture. Breathing is normal, demonstration, silent demonstration, which counts and breathing and explanation. Very well explained in our book. If you refer to our textbook, it is very explained in details in the sentences form. Step 3, contraindications and benefits of the asana. Step 4, individual 8-step method of explaining. Individual practices follow the instruction and the demonstration. Step 5, practice in pair. A will perform and B will evaluate. Step 6, key points. Again, demonstrate subtle point like bending the knees, breathing, closing the eyes, etc. Group practice, etc. Observe the synchronization. Step 8, question and answer session with closing press. Question and answer session with closing press. Okay. These are the 8-step method. Apart from that, we will also explain what is conscious differential relaxation. What are the local effects that the asanas has? Say for example, Bhujangasana, the local effect is on the cervical part, the associated part is the lower back. Sarabhasana is exactly the opposite. The local effect is on the lower part and the below the pelvic region. The associated is on the upper part, the chest and the chest cavity and the heart and the lungs, where it is situated. And asanas, in all the asanas, because of the combination of the huge between the body and the mind, the central nervous system always takes place. Always please explain in detail to the students. When you go to the asana, inhale and go to the posture, close the eyes, do the normal breathing, and that is the time when the blood flows maximum to the part which is extended. These points has to be very clearly explained. So consciously, the parts get relaxed when you are in the posture, and that is the highest quality of the asana. And that's why asana has given more importance, whereas it doesn't happen in exercise. Okay. The moment you go to the posture, again you come back, again you go to the posture, again go on repeating. And after each and every asana, relaxation is a must. It's like a mini shavasana. Do not, because in a day, in the class, maximum asanas has to be taken. So each asana has to be followed by mini relaxation. So due to the relaxation, the complete body gets relaxed and your mind comes in a very occupied position. Due to the exercise, due to the bodybuilding, weightlifting, or whatever instrument they are having, there will be muscular expansion and the chest expansion. But in asanas, the quality and the functioning level of the organs increases to maximum, and that's why it becomes diseaseless. Please note the differences between the asanas and exercise. Lectures and demonstration. We come to the next topic. This meaning, lecture is a dedicated instructional method involving one-way communication from the active presenter, that is the teacher, to the more or less passive audience. It is an organized verbal presentation of the subject matter, often augmented by the visual aids. Demonstration means to show. Teacher shows and illustrates. Okay. Lesson plan. Now, here meaning teachers daily guide for what students need to learn, how it will be taught, and how the learning will be measured. Essentials. What are the essential qualities? Should be prepared shortly before the use. Specific and detailed. Cognizance of the individual differences. Includes objectives, materials needed, description of the method and procedures used, provision for the comments by the teacher after the lesson. Need, commitment, choosing techniques, duration, learning, objectives, material that might be required. Lesson plan for pranayama and kriya, introduction, demonstration, limitation and benefits, individual practice, relaxation, pranayama sitting position, adopting the mudras and bandhas, kriyas, materials preparation. Lesson plan for dhyana, introduction, sitting arrangement, preparation, instructions, relaxation. Sequence of teaching. First, we always start with the prayer. Prayer or prayerful. Why we start with the prayer? How do you define mantra? Manena trayati iti mantra. That mantra, that prayer, which gives relaxation to the mind. Your mind is at a very poised stage, in a tranquil stage, where all the external thoughts of the previous day, or the office, or the domestic matters come to a standstill, and you get fully concentrated on the prayers. Second importance of prayer is the rate of breathing goes down. When the rate of breathing goes down, the immunity power increases. Third benefit of prayers is the concentration level increases. We tell you do prana dharana. Dharana means the concentration, prana means the breath, concentrate on the breath and observe its movement from the gross level to the subtle level. From the gross level to the subtle level. Okay. So that's we give the importance. From the grosser level to subtle level. As you go on concentrating, the thoughts goes on diminishing. We also suggest Sadhak not to touch the itching sensation anywhere in the body. Just forget for the time. Similar example can be given in the running society. You are the watchman of the society. A watchman's duty is just who is coming and who is going. Just watch what is going on. The watchman's duty. So the same way, you be the subject and the object is the breath. When the sadhaks who are sitting are religious minded, or they should, because the ultimate aim of yoga is self-realization or moksha or nirvana stage. Okay, so the concept of this spirituality has to be introduced. So, like your YCB classes, they may not be able to learn Bhagavad Gita and all, but what are the practices are here? They should be able to justify on the scriptural knowledge and the scriptural benefits of it. Okay, that is what is asked in the examination. Prayer or prayerful mode, introduction to the practice, verbal instructions, demonstration, analyzing the whole performance into suitable parts or stages, students' individual time availability, group practice under the guidance of the teacher, detection and correction of mistakes in the performance, giving instructions with emphasis on the silent points, repeat the demonstrations with a clear explanation of the various stages involved, repeated practices for weaker students, complete rest in Shavasana, some of the questions in answers. So, group practices under the guidance of teacher, detection and correction in the performance, giving instructions with emphasis on the silent points, repeated demonstrations with clear explanation of the various stages. Suppose you are a teacher, the students who are very new students. There may be a group of students who may be having health issues like diabetes and all. There may be a senior citizen who will not be able to do. And there will be only one teacher or two teachers. Okay. And there will be a group of 10 students who are always perfect, younger generation. Okay. There is a mixed category of this one. So mixed category has to be diplomatically tackled. The senior citizen, one of the teachers should go near the senior citizen and show it personally to him because his body movements have been restricted because of the aging processes. Okay. Secondly, those who are having diabetes and all or blood pressure, you should tell them what are the contradictions, which asanas you should not do. Like those who are having hypertension or high blood pressure above 140, 160, 170. Though they may be taking the tablets and to become into the control level, but as far as possible, you should avoid forward bending. Hastapadasan should not be done. Okay. Surya Namaskar should not be done with a very high respect. Okay. Because Surya Namaskar involves two times of Hastapadasan. So better not to. But after a continuous practice, the hypertension comes to a very normal level. Never instruct any student to stop the medicine. You are not the doctor. You are only a yoga teacher. Please remember that. Wherever you are going, you stop diabetes medicine. There are instances in Bombay, in my area, where the patients who are doing yoga, pranayama, they feel very fine and fantastic, very good results they got out of yoga. They abruptly stopped the medicine. The chemist also was surprised. After 2 months, we inquired, he expired. Diabetes person and a hypertension person, the tablet remains with him till the end of his life. Yes, practice of asanas and pranayama will decrease the dosage level. Will decrease the dosage level. In diabetes, supported with the food habits also. Okay. So these points are to be remembered for an ideal yoga teacher. You know what are sattvic food, rajasic food, and tamasic food. So as far as possible, the person who is coming, he may be having a tamasic food. He may be for the M community who will be always in the tamasic state of non-veg and all. Continuous practices for the years together. Slowly, 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 the spicy things will get away, and you will move toward the sattvic food. Slowly, slowly, the body will react to it, and the body will show the negligence of not of not accepting any spicy food or any non-veg item. Okay. Repeated demonstration with clear explanation of the various stages involved. Repeated practices for the weaker students. Complete rest in Shavasana. Some of the points, questions and answers. Assessment of a yoga class. Posture alignment. Breathing pattern. Follow practices. Maintenance. Gradual progression towards perfection. Steps. Steps of awareness. Steps and awareness. Now, measurement, assessment and evaluation. Okay. Now, process of estimating the value, that is like time, temperature, weight, length, etc., compared with the standard quantities that are of same time. Assessment refers to wide variety of methods used to evaluate, measure, and document. It is a process of systematically gathering information. Evaluation, broader term that refers to all the methods used to find out what happens as a result of using a specific practices. The benefits and the contraindications has to be mentioned to everybody. Usually they are having senior citizen or having the health issues, or even to the younger generation who are healthy. Apart from spiritual benefits, the physiological benefits has to be mentioned, and more so important on the contraindications. Okay. Assessment, even though Sadhak may not be up to your desired mark of reaching to the stage of the asana because of the any some problems may be there, mental problems may be there, always for the body and the mind. Maybe you may be stressed in the office, stressed in the domestic place. Okay, there can be various factors to it, but you should keep in the background the student who is not performing up to the decider because he's very new. Gradually, he'll pick up, his body will pick up. Okay, if he's a person with a yadi, a person with disease, he will also have some limitations. A person with obese will not be able to reach to the desired level of Paschimottanasana or Janushasana. Okay. Same way, person with a back problem, because back problems are very common to the younger generation who have the wrong sitting postures, either in the car or more so in the office postures before the computer. So the assessment has to be done. And so even if these people are having wrong, you pat them. Yes, done. You definitely improve it. Yes, yes. What you have done is correct up to a level of 10 days of with us. Okay, you can just improve on it. So try to improve slowly. A person with a smoker and alcoholic cannot stop abruptly the smoking and alcohol. Okay, he has to be trained and shown the disadvantages of smoking and how it affects the respiratory system. Drinking also how it affects the lungs, the spine, the stomach, all gets damaged, and the functioning level get decreases, and ultimately the disorgans take place and leads to water death. That important should be made during the course of your lecture and teaching. My years of practices for the so many years, I have seen people who are smokers have reduced the smoking level gradually because smoking causes, they know everything. They are qualified people. They know the lungs will get damaged. Carbon monoxide will be entering and will damage the lungs. They know, not that they are not unaware of it. Okay, they know about the same. But the urge towards the smoking, for going to the toilet, for getting the appetite, these are the reasons that smoking is one of the reasons. Okay, please note it down. A smoker, let him smoke. You have 1 glass of water before smoking and 1 glass of water after smoking. Okay, in the office, tell him wherever you go to the canteen, you can smoke, no problem. But before going, you can have 1 glass of water, and after smoking, you can have a glass of water. Drunkards, those who are alcoholic, those who have completely be absorbed in the bottle, you please tell them to prepare sugarcane crushed, that is molasses. Molasses. Crushed molasses, make like a tablet and take it in the night. This will definitely improve the urge towards not taking the alcohol at the particular time. The body gets immune to the alcoholic system and the liver gets damaged, and ultimately he or she suffers from cirrhosis of the liver. Excuse me 1 minute, I'll come. Just wait, please. Sorry. So these are the two important methods I have learned from my life, which I will pass on to my younger generation. So when they go, they can become effective teachers. Because these are all the practical methods. This will not be appearing in the book or in the textbook or this one. Okay. these are the practical experiences. Out of your experiences, we pass on to the generation. Evaluation, broader terms that refers to all the methods used to find out what happens as a result of this method. Okay. Assessment through test examinations or just the class performance. This is good in the theory part. The practical part, the students who just want to be healthy, they just want to practice this. But they should understand. You cannot tell the students who are coming, you appear for YCB examinations, I'll teach you YCB classes level 1 or level 2. No, they are not interested in that. They are just want that they should be healthy so that they can perform better in the society. That is the only idea behind that. So that's why you have to give the importance on this one. During my online classes, during the period 2 years, I had taught to my students many new things, which otherwise offline we cannot teach, especially the anatomy and physiology. Okay, important Shat chakras in the relaxation. Shat chakras from Muladhara chakra to Sahasrara chakra, importance of different chakras, importance of the color and the Bija mantras. So many things I have taught. Importance of the Omkar chanting, the Pranava Omkar. Okay, as mentioned in Mandukya Upanishad, different types of reciting of Akar, Ukar, and Makar. So this so many things of online advantage I have taken and taught to the students. Today they are blessed in offline. We cannot provide for the video or the laptop, bring it to the class, and it is not possible. Neither we can show in a big class of 20-25 in your small mobile, vice versa. Okay. So these are the practical difficulties offline. So this is, but any difficulty, any mistakes which can be pointed out can be very well done in offline and not online. The method of teaching, the communication becomes very clear, which doesn't happen in online. So try to understand. Now, when you go for the examination, they'll definitely ask you what are the advantages of the online and what are the advantages of the offline, and why offline is always preferred than online. These questions can come. An examiner like me will definitely ask why people are switched to offline and why there are more students. The older students who are not come to online have come to offline. What is the reason behind that? Why they are not? They are running mobile, but they are not joining the class. Why? This can be the question of the examiner can think about. Okay. It depends upon who is the examiner or what is the state of mind. Okay. Types of formative assessment, observation during class, assignment, questions, and this much, and discussion, group discussion. Summative assessment done after learning. Examination, terms, paper, projects. And now, so this is regarding the students' assessment. Students, okay, how far they read, how far the knowledge and all. Now we come to the assessment of the Yoga Institute or the class. Location, where it is situated, where it is accessible to all the students. Infrastructure of the class, based on type of teaching, practice of the class, whether kriyas are taught, meditation is taught, philosophy in the sense Bhagavad Gita, scriptural knowledge, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, any idea of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra is given or not, the importance of Patanjali Yoga Sutra in Hatha Yoga, Gyananda Samhita, importance of different asanas and benefits as mentioned therein. Okay, these are being taught. What are the safety methods? What is the importance of 6x3? How much? What is the importance of yoga mat? So many other things. Windows, there's the cross ventilation. Okay, why you should have Gayatri Javam? What is the importance of Gayatri Javam in the mantras? What is the importance of the Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha? What is the importance of this month? Okay, different prayers as mentioned. What? Yes, then this is the in short summary of this one. Thanks to Thane School of Yoga for sharing me